Greetings and welcome to Nine Ether Truth. I'm your host, Trinity God X. This is a YouTube live stream about the purpose of the Tamahu. If you like, please do comment in the chat section. That section is open. So hopefully I can be heard right now. I want to talk about a few things in this video. First, I'm going to make some public service announcements. If you are not Nine Ether, do not comment under my videos or watch my videos or subscribe. If you do, I'll just verbally tell you off, sorry, and then block you. So that's one public service announcement. Another one is don't come under my the comment section of my video with your dumb shit, okay? If you don't subscribe to Flat Earth Black Woman is God and you have some dumb shit to say, don't comment because I will just tell you off and block you. For those who want to come under the Kali video and defend that idiot moron, don't bother because I will cuss you, tell you off, and block you. Okay? Because obviously Kali is doing something wrong because he's since stopped doing what he's doing after the second video I made. So for you to come and defend someone who validated that he was doing something wrong in the first place makes you look like a jackass. Okay? So that's first and foremost. I want, if you can hear me in the chat, if you could please comment and let me know that I can be heard. Otherwise, hopefully I'm not talking to myself. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the videos I plan to do upcoming, as well as I'm going to be talking a little bit about the purpose of the Tamahu. I don't really want to get into that too much because, there's only so much you could say. I mean, they're low vibration, they're energy vampires, they're non-nine ethers. What else do you need, really? Anyways, I want to make an announcement. Actually, I want to say a great big thank you to Anthony Thomas, who donated to my Patreon. So, Brother Anthony, I appreciate you. Thank you a million times. Yeah, I really am glad that you are able to support me monetarily because I'd love to do this full time. Otherwise, I'll just be making videos sporadically as I have been. And thank you for having my back as well, Brother Anthony Thompson. Sorry if I said Thomas. Thompson. Against these salty niggas that want to talk foolishness and try to attack me for dropping science and knowledge and facts. So I appreciate you. Again, the chat is on. So please let me know by typing if you can hear me clearly. I'm trying to work this. Okay. Good. Sister Princess Israeli is in the chat. Hey, sis. Welcome. So I'm going to make an announcement about me, Trinity God X. A lot of people don't know. In fact, I don't even think any of the YouTubers or the subscribers of my YouTube channel know that I make music. I do. I make music, reggae music, and I am working on putting together an album. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change around my Patreon perk tiers. I'm going to make some adjustments. If you donate to my Patreon on a monthly basis, at the end of this month, I will make free for you one track. So I will send you a message, a link, message you in Patreon, how you can get a link to where my track is in cyberspace and download it. So that's my gift to you if you donate monthly to my Patreon. For anyone that has donated to my Patreon in the past, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So that's a little, maybe a surprise to the 90th Truth Nation I'm Jamaican born, so reggae is in my blood, and that's what my first love really is. I love music in general and reggae music. So my type of reggae music obviously has a high vibration, hidden knowledge, high science in there. So That's what I am working on. That's one of the many projects that I'm working on. Also, I am going to make a video, like a regular video that everyone can see the pictures and stuff like that, because I realized that looking at just the black screen can be a bit frustrating. However, it's about the words, it's about the message. That's your should be your number one focus. My next video will be about the local music industry. And when I say local, I mean local, not mainstream, not all these big artists out there will have you. And you might think, well, okay, how is that like advanced knowledge or hidden knowledge? There's a lot of trickery that's being pulled in the local music arena. And music is vibration. Music is supposed to be the healing of the nation. So I'm going to really decode and break down the agenda that's going on in terms of what's going on with the melanated gods, wombeless atrophied females, all of that. So look out for that video. It will be my next video I will make available sometime in the last week of August. I'm not seeing, let me see if I can, I'm trying to work this chat, so bear with me, folks. I'm trying to see where there are people in the chat and I'm not seeing it. So I'm just going to continue on. Hey, sis Estelle, like, I see you as well. So if you have any questions, you can always type them to me in the chat. And if you want to add anything or if you want me to speak of something in particular, I will do so. So I'm just going to move on and move forward. I've always maintained in my previous videos that you need to keep your vibration high or at least to a harmonizing setting, right? Not too high, not too low. There are lots of things out there that keeps our vibration low. Being with those who are low vibration can bring our vibration low. So what do we need to do? We need to do a spiritual cleansing, sea salt, basil, anything that you put together as a spiritual cleanse, go ahead and do that. Smudging, of course, lavender leaves, sage leaves. However, you also need to keep certain people out of your aura, out of your personal space. And that would be low vibration beings. Now, of course, a melanite can be low vibration, such as a coon, a sellout, right? Those who are abusers or liars or thieves, or all those people are low vibration. So obviously you're going to make a conscious effort to keep those people out of your inner circle. However, on a racial level, phenotype level, and this is not me dictating, this is me teaching, it's vital that we keep Tamahu out of our personal space. Do not break bread with these creatures. Unless it's school related, work related, running errands related, do not go into these people's home and do not eagerly allow these people into your home for any social gathering. If there's a technician that needs to come to your home, a contractor, plumber, electrician, home rental, whatever, sure. If you have a business and you need to obtain money from any and everybody, sure. Outside of those contexts, keep these energy sucking Tamahu vampires out of your personal space. That is merely a suggestion, not a dictation. Okay? Because what will happen is if you're high vibration and if you're trying to keep your vibration to a harmonized level, what will happen is these low vibration creatures will bring your vibration down. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. Okay? So, in a nutshell, really, honestly, that's the main message I want to send about these Tamahus. Obviously, don't fornicate with them. Don't lust after them. Don't want them for anything. Do not be their puppet. Just keep them out. Exclude them. Okay? And you might say to yourself, oh, that sounds like hate. That's, I don't want to hate this and that and third. Listen, everything is yin and yang, okay? You can't love all the time and you can't hate all the time. Everything has its purpose. And yes, hate does have its purpose. I love my Nine Ether Nation so much that I exclude everyone else that is not Nine Ether. That is love. And in knowing thyself and in knowing Ma'at and in knowing what harmony is, you have got to make sure that you treat the Tamahu accordingly. It doesn't even have anything to do with hate. It just has something to do with when you know better, you should do better. Common sense, right? It's all logic. If you have researched you will realize that these cave creatures are not organic, are not natural. They were made. That's why they're called the Tamahu. So therefore, you should keep them away because as a melanated female, well, you are God. You have the God particle on your DNA. As a woman atrophied melanated female, these melanated men out here, you came from God's womb. So you are part of the source. We melanites, we nine ethers, are the only ones that are human. The rest are not human. We are the first and only man. The rest are mankind. So you have to know who's who and what's what in this physical realm because this physical realm is filled with illusions and it's filled with, of course, deception and brainwashing and all things of that nature. I'm going to start reading some of these comments. Says Estelle Lightborn, I have a question about your thoughts on the promotion of nine ether atrophied females who are constantly promoted on covers with tamahus and mixed tamahus. Let me address that. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of these males, melanated males, will have these mulattoes in their videos in the place of a nine ether female. Well, guess what? Obviously, that's a cop out. Obviously, a mulatto is not nine ether. A mulatto is biracial. A mulatto is not Caucasian. Mulatto is not nine ether. They're just biracial. That's it. In the melanated male doing substituting the God with the mulatto, first of all, that's a spit in his mama's eye. Second of all, that is low down and low vibration of that neg. And to me, that's fucking despicable. I don't even tolerate that type of behavior. It's an insult to me as the original nine ether God to see this neg try to replace the God with a hybrid, with a part human artificial, with a synthetic, with a tan cracker, because that's what a mulatto is. Okay. And vice versa. There are females out there, melanated females out there that choose a mulatto as a male mate. Well, she's just basically she's sleeping with a cracker because she's not choosing the nine ether male, the full nine ether male as her mate. That is her twin flame. And if she doesn't choose a nine ether for her mate, or if the male doesn't choose a nine ether, that's a nine ether, he's degenerating himself. Nine ether males and nine ether females are made for each other. If the nine ether male or female chooses a mulatto or someone that is not a full nine ether, then they are degenerating themselves when they procreate. Because when they have an offspring, a child, that child is not nine ether. So that's my take on that. Now I'm going to read your other question. For example, this week in the grocery store, I've seen two dark nine ether atrophied females on the cover. Kylie Jenner with Travis and another one named Offset with Kali B. All right. So obviously when you see those things on magazines, it's an agenda that they're trying to push, and they're trying to push the nine ether to choose a mulatto or to choose a non-nine ether. So it's the interracial brainwashing agenda that's being played out. It's up to the nine ether to be strong within themselves and to make a commitment to themselves and to their nine ether nation, to not choose a mate that is not nine ether. We are twin flames, nine ether for nine ether. That's it. There's no other option. You either regenerate yourself when you procreate or you degenerate yourself. The only way a nine ether can degenerate themselves when they mate and have children is by choosing a non-nine ether mate or a mulatto mate. So I hope that answers your question. And then another one, glory to you, our God, triple God X. Yes, Brother Anthony, welcome to the live stream. And Sis Nisi Mosley, definitely an agenda. Of course, it's an agenda. And what's happening is, see, there's a quote that says, there's a sucker born every minute. So though we are adults here in the Nine Ether Truth Nation, and we are learning the truth and finding out the truth, the young children that are 2, 3, 5, 10 years old, they're the ones whose mind is being programmed by all these magazines and these video games and these music videos and Hollywood movies and television movies, they're the ones whose mind is being compromised and being attacked by all these agendas. And there's a lot of agendas, not just the mulatto agenda. There's a lesbian agenda, homosexual agenda, everybody of all races love everybody, one love bullshit agenda. Um, it's just a child is being attacked, especially a nine ether child is being attacked on so many levels. It's up to that child to have a strong mind versus a weak mind. And I always say that from the ancestral realm, our destiny is pre-planned. There's a blueprint for our destiny. We are in the physical for a reason. We have a mission, every last one of us. Unfortunately, if we don't figure out that mission by the time we become an adult or somewhere in between us being an adult and an elder, then most likely will probably reincarnate back into the physical. We'll return, and until we learn our lesson, we cannot ascend to the heaven realm. That's it. That's all. So that's my real take on the whole mulatto thing. I mean, it's a cop out. It's bullshit, right? How can you replace the organic, the original, for a half of Tamahu? It just doesn't make any sense. The two don't match, right? My main thing is to know where everyone stands in this physical realm. We are at war, and you must always remember that. I know you have your job, your nice house, your income, your loved ones, your family, your friends, and you have a good old time in life sometimes, and you forget. But we are at war, and it's a very subtle war. It's a spiritual war. It's a psychological war, and it's being fought on every level, be it the internet, be it television, be it music videos, be it magazines, be it in the so-called education system, be it religion. These are all tools of brainwashing and mind programming. That's why I always state, and I will always reiterate, if you can homeschool, go ahead. If you can home birth, go ahead, because everything literally starts in the home. And if you're a nine ether and you hand your child over to the oppressor, don't be surprised if the end result is a nine ether child that's a teenager or an adult that turns out to be into lesbianism, into homosexuality, into being a male whore or female hoe, being into interracial everything. Don't be surprised if that occurs, because you allowed your child to go through the education system. And I'm not trying to be hard on anyone who has no choice but to put their child in the public system. I myself had to put my child through the public system. I'm saying when you know better, you should do better if you can do better. However, if you have to put your child in the education system, please make sure that you teach them at home their true nine ether, our story, who they are. Teach them about melanin. Teach them about the difference between them and the Tamahu. Let them have a strong pride in who they are. Allow you, do not stray and go into things in society that's just unbecoming of a nine ether. I'm trying to read these comments. Okay. Your clarification on the mixed. Wait. Where am I? You're on the mixed breed. Step away for a minute. No, step away permanently. Princess says facts. It is a form of self-degradation, mixing genetics with non-nine ethers. Absolutely 100%. Nisi says, yes, it's destroying our youth. We used to only have a few hours of subconscious programming on the TV. Now the children are constantly being programmed nonstop. You are absolutely right. In fact, Nisi, I want to add to that. There has been a natural escalation of the intensity of the brainwashing. Like Nisi said, it used to be just a little bit. We used to watch television. However, I remember wholesome programming, programming that would show family love and everything was all normal, man for woman, woman for man, and they would get married and have children. Fast forward to 2018, and it's like on television, what do you have? Two women kissing, two men kissing. They're putting in the Disney cartoons, two cartoon males kissing, two cartoon females kissing. Do you know that movie, Frozen by Disney, is actually a lesbian movie, okay? Check it out. The two female characters are not really sisters. They're actually lesbian lovers. Just watch it from that eye and you'll see what I mean. That movie, Frozen, is promoting lesbianism. So, yeah, the programming has intensified. And not only has it intensified, it has just been stretched across all arenas: internet, magazines, video games. I mean, video games? Oh my goodness. Someone showed me a clip of a video game the other day where a male is sexually violating another male. I forgot the name of the video game, but I mean, oh my gosh. In my day, we had Duck Hunt and Super Mario. What the fuck? Okay. So, yeah, definitely the programming has escalated over the millenniums, and it also has stretched across many arenas, not just isolated to television anymore. That one I agree with 100%. Then Estelle goes, yes, after the child goes to indoctrination camp, bringing them home and deprogramming them. I remember Atari and Pong. I remember Space Invaders. I remember Nintendo. I remember just these wholesome video games that were just, I guess, for a child to pass the time when they were bored or what have you. Now these video games are very sinister. They're not only for children to pass the time, but they're also putting programmings in the mind of the child as they play. So, yeah, I mean, we literally are at war. We're being attacked as nine ethers, and we have to be mindful that we're being attacked. Make sure that your loved ones are aware. I understand and overstand your loved ones are Christian, and they probably think you're crazy for talking truth and what have you. All I say is just try to see if you can wake that person up. And if you try for a couple months or so and you see that they're completely shut down and resisting, forget it. Okay, drop the knowledge a couple of times and then move on. Because the way I see it when it comes to waking people up, there's no, I shouldn't say time. We don't have the energy to waste on those who don't want to be awake. It's more productive and common sense to build a nation with those who are willing to be awake, who are progressive in their thought, who are open minded, even though they might not agree with everything you say, at least they will be open to researching. Those are the people that you align with. Forget the stubborn Christians, okay? Or the ones that call themselves Rasta or Hebrew Israelite. Forget all those. Because to me, they're lost cause. I'm trying to read this. Yes, that was fun. The Space Invaders go faster and faster as they went lower. Oh, I miss the good old days. I really miss the good old days when things were just out there and you could take them at face value. There wasn't any hidden agenda. And I'm talking video games now, okay? Because as I watch old shows, I'm realizing that there was programming in those old shows that we did not notice at the time we were younger. Now that I'm older and I'm watching those older shows with fresh eyes, I realize that it was some bullshit, okay? Because, all right, let me give you an example. Cosby had a black father and a black mother. However, they also had mulatto children. And I always wondered, where the hell did these mulatto children come from? Sandra and Denise are mulatto children. Okay. It's clear that they are mulatto. And obviously, two black parents cannot make a mulatto child. So even as a young child, I know in the neighborhood, I know what mulattoes look like, different from regular nine ether folks. So even in the Cosby Show, I kept wondering, what the fuck? Now, when I'm older, I realized that they wanted us to consider those two mulattoes as if they were black. However, obviously, I know the difference between a full nine ether and a mulatto, and I wasn't having that bullshit when I was younger. And I'm still not having that bullshit now. Because Denise and Sandra were characters that were mulatto, plain and simple. So, yeah, the programming goes way back. It's just that maybe we were younger and we weren't paying attention. We just didn't notice the programming when we were younger. However, I'm telling you, it was there, especially in these so-called, what they call, quote unquote, Disney cartoon. I mean, really? Disney cartoons are not even, shouldn't even be for children. It should be, all of them should be rated R, starting from the black and white ones, okay? Because those black and white ones had like characters taking cocaine, snorting cocaine. Okay, I'm talking the black and white ones from the 1930s and onward. Betty Boop, Betty Boop is supposed to be a black character. We both know that, but she's a hooker. Did you know she's a hooker? Okay. And these are cartoons that were geared towards children. So I'm realizing a lot of the innocent things that we used to watch back in the day are a part of the programming. However, as children, maybe our minds were so strong it didn't absorb onto us. However, you can bet that children with weak minds absorb that shit. So whoever watched Betty Boop back in the day as a nine ether grew up to lust after a mulatto. And whoever watched a cartoon in the 1930s with snorting cocaine or whatever was susceptible to taking narcotics as they got older, you know, and their family and friends don't know where this behavior came from. Well, it came from the brainwashing that was programmed into their mind, that was like, put on like autopilot. So we definitely have to be mindful of Tamahu, of mulattoes as well. Because mulattoes are just tan crackers. At the end of the day, a mulatto is pushing the cave beast, the savage agenda. Okay? Because they are literally biological two double agents. They can play one side or the other side, and usually they flip flop whenever they feel like it. So mulattoes are dangerous and are not to be trusted. Do not, as a nine ether, do not include them into your circle. No. If you want to keep your vibration harmonized or high, keep mulattoes out. Treat mulattoes as you would treat a tamahu. Okay. The purpose of the tamahu, they know they are not God. Okay, though they pretend to be God, they know they are not God. So what are they here for? They're here to trick the gods into not knowing themselves, into thinking that they are inferior to the Tamahu, when nothing could be further from the truth. Everything is upside down in this realm. Everything is completely backwards. Okay. However, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. That's the law of duality. That's the law of harmony. So once you know that, if you're aware of that as a nine ether, nobody can tell you anything. Okay. That's why I speak with such confidence, because I know what I know. And I'm just going to read what I see here. The mulattoes were always female, um, female, requested by Cosby and his desires. That whole Cosby thing is just a hot mess. Okay, this, from start to finish, Nisi, definitely. They seem to be running the show in all areas. That's Estelle. Now, Nisi, now we have to waste so much time just rewiring our minds. You see, I agree with you, Nisi. And to add to that, that's part of my frustration. Okay. I did all the right things as a child. You know, I went through the schooling, and then as an adult, I threw myself into college, and I was in the corporate world working, paying my bills. I was smart in school. I made all the right moves that society wanted me to make. And still, our people are still being oppressed by these Neanderthals. Nothing is changing. You know, I would have an argument with some nine ethers. They think that they can climb the corporate ladder or join the law enforcement in order to make a change. No, that's not how the system is set up. The system is not set up for us to just join law enforcement or be a lawyer and make a change. That's an illusion. It will never, ever happen. And if you think you're going to climb the corporate ladder and then get your riches, that will also never happen. Not unless you sell your soul out and become a homosexual or a lesbian, or a transgender, whatever, then maybe you might have a chance at getting fame and fortune. Other than that, it's not going to happen. That is all an illusion. Okay. So what they tell you about go to school, go to college, go to university, bullshit. I am, I will speak out and I will say it loud and proud. Do not go to college. Do not go to university. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Okay. What you need to do is have a really great business idea and start your own business. I repeat, start your nine ether nation. Everyone, young and old, start your own business. That is the only way you are going to get ahead and get your fame and fortune in this world. Okay, maybe not your fame, but certainly your fortune. Going to college and university, no. Chances of you getting a position in your field is highly unlikely, or getting the income that you desire is highly unlikely. And then you'll have this big cloud of debt, school debt over your head that you have to pay for even when you're in the grave. So yeah, I speak out against college and university every day. Well, I have to keep reading. Now we have to wait. Okay, I read that. It's upside down, and I give a power source and turn it the right side up. Start your own business. Agreed. Yeah. So everything is backwards and upside down. And certainly, we as nine ethers, we first have to find out the truth and then change our mindset. And only when we change our mindset will we change our vibration of ourselves. And then things will start to change. As I said in previous videos, it's not just to the individual. As a collective, we have to change our mindset. We have to change our behavior. And that is next to impossible. So it's up to the few, because they say many are called, few are chosen. It's up to the few that have the right mindset to make a change within themselves and align themselves with other high vibration nine ethers. And to me, that's a step in the right direction. Not everyone will ascend to the heaven realm. Not all nine ethers will ascend to the heaven realm. As I said before, many are called, but few are chosen. It's up to you. You know how they say 1,044, 1,044, whatever that number is, 140,000. So yeah, in the whole world, it will just be a handful of nine ethers. That's the chosen ones. Let me read. The whole government system needs to come down. Oh, hell fucking yeah. True words, true words, true words. I cannot stress that enough. What we need to do is stop doing bullshit, stupid things like voting, okay? Because your vote don't count. It's all a hoax, okay? So stop fucking voting and stop supporting these politicians and focus on self and focus on your loved ones and your community and educate them if you have had advanced knowledge. Obtain advanced knowledge, hidden knowledge, and teach the young ones, especially the ones around you, right? Nisi says, never happens. I've been through the corporate life. I was over it fast. Get your business plan together. Several, I agree. And then, whoa, what happened? So definitely start your own business, nine ether. I cannot stress that enough. You do not need to go to college or university for business, whatever, or obtain your MBA. That's all a lie. That's all a hoax. 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds are starting businesses and being thrown on the cover of Fortune 500 magazines. So obviously they didn't go to college or university. You do not need an MBA. Just start your business, have a great business plan, idea together, market it properly, and boom, off you go. Melanated melanated puzzle says, has anyone noticed the sun has been way hotter than usual? Honey, I need to I think I mentioned this in Amunet. The sun is feminine. However, the heat that we are feeling is not necessarily coming from the sun in the sky. I repeat, the heat that we are feeling is not the sun, coming from the sun in the sky. And if you want clarification, go ahead and click on the video, Aminet Ra, the sun is feminine. I go into details. Inside flat earth is the black sun. That is the heat that we are feeling. The heat is coming from Agartha, Shambhala. So, and then it's an illusion that the sun in the sky is what's making things hotter, because it's not, okay? I'll give you a logical explanation as to why I say that. In the winter, in countries where it's cold, the sun is out and it's still freezing outside. So logically speaking, that is not where the heat is coming from. So if you want clarification on the sun and all of that, go over to my video, Aminet Ra, the sun is feminine. Let me see what else is in here. Oh, I have a lot of reading to do. Never happens. I've been through, oh yeah, I read that. David X. Divine God X, how can we help our gods to ascend back to her throne? Wow, that is a good question coming from God's helper mate. To be honest with you, find a God and align yourself with her, okay? Not just any God. Find a God that is progressive, forward thinking, hopefully with advanced knowledge or hidden knowledge. If she does not have advanced knowledge, she would be open to learning knowledge. Just align yourself with a high vibration nine ether God. Simple. That's it. And together, because remember, you helper mates are the spark, that you're the trigger that triggers the light within her soul. And you also are her battery. She needs you. So together, you two when you align together, nine ether male and female, you are unstoppable. This is what the Tamahu does not want the nine ether nation to know. That is why everything out there is designed to break Asar and Aset asunder, break them up completely. Look in the movies when they portray a nine ether male and female. Well, usually the female is a tranny. However, that's a different story. Whenever they portray Asar Aset, Asar is always doing some male hole shit like cheating on her or beating her or whatever. And Aset is always this loud talking, loud smacking, ratchet hood rat female. Let me explain something to you, okay? The majority of nine ether females are not what they portray in the movies. The majority of nine ether females are like myself, warm-hearted, warm soul, just wants to be loved and appreciated, just wants to help anywhere she can, is not ratchet, has class, knows who she is, strong-minded, courageous. The average female, it doesn't matter if she's quiet and shy or loud as ever or anything in between, the average God, nine ether God, is just a regular, normal, chill female. So don't let the movies taint your mind and change your mind against the black female. Okay? Nine ether males, you love your black female. You appreciate her. You honor her. That is your divine role. So that's my answer to Brother Anthony. Trinity God X, do you have any insight into when they, the Tamahu, will be dethroned, eliminated, cast off the earth, no cast out of the universe? Sorry. I have to laugh. Oh, honey, no, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I don't know when that will be. However, if it isn't in my lifetime, you can bet there will be a celebration. But if I had to put a guesstimate on it, like I said in my Aquarius video, I think that it's in a few hundred years. I would say between 2 and 500 years maximum, they'll be gone. So that's my little educated guess. Although I look forward to that day. I look for me like think happy things. And then your question, yes, I noticed the sun is hotter than usual. And of course, the Tamahu are the beach soaking up the UVA and UVB. Well, UVA and UVB is no good for Tamahu, and they know that. I don't know why they choose to sunbathe or go to tanning salons, because that is just brain dead idiotic of them. They know the sun is seeking to kill them, as it should. However, they're in denial. And they just continue to sunbathe and give themselves melanoma and skin cancer and kill themselves. The Tamahu in Australia, there's a video on YouTube that shows the Tamahu in Australia are getting burnt the motherfucking up. They are being fried. They're not even supposed to be on that island. Australia is an island. It's not a continent. They're not even supposed to be there because it is an extremely hot island. And the Tamahu that inhabit Australia are being burnt. That's it. And like I said, though, the sun in the sky is not responsible for that. It's Black Mama's sun that is in Shambhala, in Agartha. That's who is burning these motherfuckers up. So the heat you feel, don't think that it's coming from that bright thing in the sky, because it is not. It is coming from black sun. And again, if you want more clarification, watch my video, Amunet Ra, the sun is feminine. Reading more chat here. No more? All right, guys, if you have more questions, please feel free to type away in the chat. I really love this discussion, this back and forth. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a moment to let you know what's coming up. I'll be making a video. I said about music, yes. I'll also be making a video about food. I think the one after music will be about food. Now, food, they are fucking with our food. Okay, that just goes without saying. And don't think that if you're vegan or vegetarian that you fare better. There is just, food is the way we receive light code messages from Black Mama Earth and from nature. So they don't want the nine ethers to receive light code messages. And we're the only ones who can receive those light code messages due to our melanin. So I'm going to really decode the whole food thing, the whole food industry. That would be a very interesting video because food is important. Well, right now, food is important since we are fallen gods as nine ether, and then our melanated, wombless atrophy females, helper mates, they're also fallen. However, just keep in mind, back in the beginning of time, when we first came from the heaven realm as melanated female gods, we did not eat. We did not need to eat. However, due to our fall, that is when we started to consume of the earth. So even if you're vegetarian or vegan, don't think that you're better than a meat eater. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't really share a lot of personal things about me. I used to be a vegetarian for like the greater part of this year. I started being a vegetarian. Up until a couple of months ago, I started in with my oxtail and curry goat because, I come from yard, so I love me Jamaican food. And I had more health issues, and I'm talking for real, for real. I had more health issues when I did not eat meat and strictly ate vegetables. Well, I had a little rice and pasta and bread in there, but I did not eat meat. When I started eating meat, can I tell you, I got healthier and I dropped 35 pounds. This is me eating meat, not like on a regular basis, maybe like once or twice a week, everything in moderation. So I'm trying to say that I can use my personal self to show that just because you eat meat in small spurts in moderation doesn't mean that you're automatically unhealthy and what have you. I mean, granted, I've always stated, and I will always reiterate, meat eating is a low vibration thing to do. It keeps your vibration low. However, if you do a cleanse, you are right. If you keep your body healthy and get your nutrients from, like, let's say moringa, if you consume moringa or any teas, like any loose leaf teas, you'll be okay. Just don't overdo it with the meat thing. That's like my main message that I want to send to folks. Then someone says, I completely agree. God, the melanated man's divine purpose is to align ourselves with God and become God's helper mate. Yes, Brother Anthony. But here's the thing, though, and I'm speaking from a God, female God perspective. Maybe a sister can type something in the chat to add to what I'm saying. These men out here are stricken with their ego. They think that if they align themselves with God, and they think that if they just become her helper mate, I'm not talking about her servant, her slave, she sit back and put her foot upon you and what have you, but just partner with her, start a business with her and acknowledge when you're out in public, this is my woman, just be her champion, her defender. Males think that that's a form of weakness. Now, I have a problem with that. That is not a form of weakness. That is a form of strength. But the misconception out there due to brainwashing is that, oh, he whipped, so it's like, yes, I agree with you. And if you can speak to your fellow nine ether males and pass on your perspective, Brother Anthony, go ahead and do that, because these males out here think that if they act macho, show no feelings, and only use females for sex and nothing else but sex, that's a sign of being a man. Incorrect. To me, that's a sign of being a fucking fuckboy. Okay? That's a weak ass fuckboy. That is the definition of a fuckboy. What you nine ethers need to do is you can still be strong and masculine and what have you, but align yourself with God, and not just align yourself with God. Utilize her for more than just sex and a baby making machine. Okay. You can even go out into some remote area in the tropics or in the continent somewhere and start a community, start a commune with other couples, like 9 or 10 of you guys, and just live off the land. Right. You can do that. Or you can, if you choose to stay in the city, you can start a business with her and run a business 50-50 down the middle, so that the youth coming up can see the partnership between Aset and Asar. Unfortunately, it's like, I know that the nine ether gods' minds are compromised. She has her own mental issues. However, these men are so stuck in their ego that they think that even calling themselves God helper mate is a sign of weakness. That is incorrect. So I just wanted to draw that clarification and say to nine ether melanated men, listen, if you're high vibration, advanced thinking, I appreciate you. I honor you. And I implore you to, align with a sister. It's not a sign of weakness if you partner with her to start a business or to work on a project or something. She is there for more than sex and making babies. She's not there for your visual entertainment. God is much more than that. So Put away your ego, fuck your feelings, and just smarten up and help a sister out, okay? And you don't even have to want her on a like a sexual level. If she's your female friend, if she's your cousin, your sister, your whatever, if she's a female, help her out. That's it. That's your job as a womanless atrophied melanated female. That's it. That's all. So Anthony was saying, yes, the melanated men are being brainwashed by patriarch. Yes, but we are all being brainwashed. We're being brainwashed on many levels. There's a difference between a strong mind and a weak mind. A weak mind will receive the brainwashing and then manifest the brainwashing. A strong mind will repel the brainwashing, or will be aware of the brainwashing and will not be victim of brainwashing. Unfortunately, most people are weak-minded out there. They're just cartoon characters living out mind programming. That's it. And the strong-minded ones are the ones considered weird or crazy. It's okay. I'll be weird and crazy all day. I don't give a fuck. Melanated Puzzle says, what do you think the stars are? Well, the stars are light fixtures on the glass dome. And when you see them twinkle, that's because the movement of the water is in the heaven realm. I would highly suggest you type in flat earth and then click on Google Images and just look at it. There's water above the dome. And when they twinkle, that's all you're looking at. You're looking at the light fixture that's fixated inside the glass dome. And then above that is the waters of heaven and it's twinkling. That's it. That's all. So we definitely are on a flat earth. There's no question in my mind. Your eyes tell you all you need to know. Everything that your eye sees is local. Okay, your eyes cannot see anything that's a million miles away. Fucking impossible. If your eyes could see something that was a million miles away, then you would easily be able to see someone in Russia or China from North America. Okay, your eyes can only see but a few miles up. Okay, I would say maybe 5 or 6 miles, maybe 7 miles. That's it. Okay. So don't let these people tell you about things. Even in movies, they brainwash you with planets and outer space and spaceships. Bullshit. Anybody that's telling you anything about spaceships or outer space is a pseudoscience idiot, a jackass. Okay. There is nothing has ever left the glass dome that's physical. Okay. No craft, no plane, no anything. So it's very It's very important that we know where we live, okay? Because if you're thinking you're on a fucking beach ball that water sticks to and that's whipping and spinning, then obviously you're gonna have that mentality. Your mind is gonna be whipping and spinning. If you know you're on a firm enclosure that's not spinning, it's immovable, then you will have a very secure mind because you're in a secure enclosure. It's that simple. So they want you to be able to think crazy, like this crazy spinning ball. Like, what? Did anyone ever stop to ask themselves, why is it that Earth is the only one spinning? Seriously, all the planets, all the planets, and Earth is the only one spinning. No other planet is spinning, just Earth. Give me a fucking break. The lies that people tell, I swear to you. Yeah, so that's really all I really want to say about that. So if you guys have anything that you want to ask me, go ahead and type it. Otherwise, I'm going to start to close down the chat now. What did I want to add anything? So I just want to say, look out for my next video. It will be an actual video this time. Okay, no more live. It's coming up before the end of August, and it will be examining the local music scene and the agenda being played out just on a local level. When I say local, I mean in your own city. Okay, there's actually an agenda being played out there. So I'm going to be decoding all of that and highlighting those issues. I want to thank everyone that comments under the comment section of my video. Please keep it coming. There's a lot that is being learned and exchanged there. Even if people don't click on the video, just be mindful that they still read the comments, right? For all you idiots out there that want to come at me with salty, hateful words and what have you, tell me I'm crazy because I should say I know a black woman is God. Don't, okay? Just don't, because I filter the comments and I read them before I let them be approved. And if your comment is dumb and salty, I will just delete your comment and go ahead and block you. And then the world never saw your dumb shit comment. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the live chat. Thanks for everyone who participated. Let's see, Princess Urzuli, Estelle Light, Anthony Thompson, Melanated Puzzle, Mick O'Shanty, and Nisi Mosley. Sorry if I'm scrolling. So if I forgot anyone that commented, I apologize. So that's everything. So definitely look out for my upcoming video. If you haven't already donated to my Patreon, please go ahead and do so. I will leave a link to my Patreon underneath the description of this video. So that's everything. Until next time, this is God Triple X saying oneness.